Hello and welcome, you amazing person. My name is Rob, I'm the Manic Gaming Guy, and today we're going to be playing some automation because it's recently had an update, and I'm going to do something quite crazy, and that's play the campaign. I've not played this before, guys, so I will need a lot of your help in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts where I go wrong, and give me some hints, maybe, here and there. So I'm just going to keep it to MGG Limited. Limited is a phrase we use in the UK. I'm pretty sure you do in America as well, actually. Who knows? Let me know. The company headquarters, I did read through these a minute ago because I did already start this recording, but didn't have the right screen being recorded. Ha! I'm just going to basically keep the first one. What ones would you pick? I don't know. I'm going to keep it casual, and that's about it, really. We're going to start the campaign. Even though you feel like you're going to be starting the campaign straight away, it tends to throw some more settings at you. Begin new... It didn't. Last time I went through all this, it gave me about 100 other options. Maybe I clicked the wrong button and went into advanced settings by accident. Right, the first step in creating a new car project is to select a target demographic for your first car. This will make sure being elevated by relevant buyers while you're designing and tuning. This selection is not choosing what demographic you will be sold to. That is the buyers decide. Well. Sorry for my reading, by the way. I'm not the best, but hopefully we're getting through it. This screen is the demographic heat map of the potential revenue in the various demographic settings. Oh, full stop. Selecting a greener demographic and creating a car that is desired to that demographic will help your company get off the ground. Remember that brand awareness will have a large impact on your potential sales and revenue. There are 60 demographics in total, but not all of them are available in the early years. The target demographic can be changed any time in the car dealer. Okay. So, excuse me. So either you want to be able to pick up, it's in green. So basically everything in green we want to be going for. We've got a family car, we've got pickups, we've got lightweight stuff, heavyweight stuff. Okay, so I'm thinking, I don't want to do too much detail in this straight off the bat. So why don't we start with a pickup? I think that'd be a nice little choice. Why have we got two different pickup budget, and a pickup normal one, a reliable pickup and an affordable and reliable pickup for all kinds of applications. Okay, so we're going to probably try and go for a budget pickup truck. Wait, let's keep the names as they are, and we're going to create this car from scratch. If you enjoy the automation campaign and you're new to the channel, do feel free to subscribe, and I do recommend going to look at my automation playlist where I make some beautiful cars. I've also recently made a mod for automation, some beautiful clusters that you can install on your own little projects. So let's find a body. So we are restricted obviously by the year. Body type, we are looking for a pickup, so let's see which ones will let us do a pickup. I don't want my pickup to be extremely long, so let's maybe reduce it to 2.7. Well, we'll put 2.8 on there. 2.7. Why does this one just keep changing up and down? Anyway, so these are our little options of cars we can pick from. We do like the fancy body ones. They do look quite cool. But we do also want a car that we can convert into either a van later. So keeping an eye on the body shapes we've got. So this one is also a van, and we can also make some smaller cars from it. The idea being that we can spend less money making more cars from minimal stuff. I hear that's the aim of the game. So like you get to build factories and stuff, and obviously you don't want a factory for each individual part. So yeah. I think this is going to be the one. We're going to choose a 2.74 wheelbase. It's not really a small economical family car, but it could make... Or do we go for 2.5? No, 2.7, 2.5. You know, this is a bit on the larger side. It's maybe we'll go right in the middle. We'll just do it. We're going for this one. Now, look at this baby. Obviously, that's not what we're doing. We're doing a pickup. But yeah, that would look quite cool as a family car when it's done. good choice there. Right, so we're going to keep it relatively cheap, but durable and light. So we're going to go. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I wouldn't mind space frame. Ooh, so we're getting good familiarity. So we're getting hyped for using those two. It's sort of telling me to use the HL ladder frame, but we'll do no space is better. Production units is definitely better on that one. So maybe we'll go for the old HD ladder. So that's okay. So we do kind of want galvanized because it will be better quality. Material cost is a little bit more, but it is better for corrosion and stuff. And we live in the UK personally, so let's spend a little bit of money where we can. It's gonna be front longitude engine. Now, double wishbone is definitely not something we should be putting on this car straight away. But then, what have we got here? Then we've got some coils. I wish it wouldn't put the thing in the way. And then we got some weird leafy things, and then we got the double wishbones. So probably the coils. What are we getting? What's looking better? Low capacity is definitely better with the leaf spring. Unit cost is better, but not for comfort. Okay, we're going for that. And then on the back, it probably should be semi-trailing arm. Probably, I think that's what I'm going to go for. Even though if it's a truck, though, you probably would just get leaf springs if it was a truck. Not very sporty, but it is very trucky. Even though comfort, durability, driviness, everything else is red. Low capacity, so leaf spring is the way to go because we're making a truck, remember? So let's keep going here. Now, body type, I told you, we're making a truck. So we want this one. Hey, look at that. Cool. It's going to look quite sick. I'm not going to worry about any of this stuff just yet, I don't think. I like to get it all tuned up and set up first. And then we'll come back through and do all that. Are we going to mess around with downforce? Don't really get downforce in a truck, do we? So we don't need to put anything there. It's going to be rear-wheel drive. We definitely have to make a new engine called Car, apparently. Now, I'm thinking inline 4 is probably what it should be. Would it be a 2 litre? I don't know what sort of engines you got back then. Maybe it would be bigger than a 2 litre. Maybe it would be like more like a 3.5 litre with a short stroke. 2.5 litre. Excuse me, Zach. Inline 4. Nothing wrong about that. It obviously would have just the low of lows. This standard stuff, guys. We're going to try and keep the price down, keep it normal, and then we'll improve ourselves later on down the chain. We've got to buy factories and stuff later, I believe, so we've got to go easy on the first car. We'll get more torque, we'll get more revs. Get more torque, probably need more torque. What's this one doing? Bit of both. Not really much. It's actually cheaper to get the cast one than the cast heavy. So we'll just go cast. So we'll just go cast everything heavy. To keep it like that. Balancing shafts, probably shouldn't need them. So let's just put them to none, drop down the weight. See what we get. Now, should it just be naturally aspirated? It is a truck, so maybe it should be turboed. No, it probably should be naturally aspirated. Let's give it a go first, naturally aspirated. So probably quite a high compression. Probably need to bring down the cam to improve the low end torque. Stiffness shouldn't be much of a thing. Revs, I'd like to think we get to 5,000 revs. I don't know. And an engine is old. I don't really build engines this old. Naturally aspirated, yep, good stuff. Single barrel, single carburetor. I imagine that's the sort of thing we're going to have to do. Sort this stuff out later when I get all my settings up. It's going to be... Now, in theory, it should be leaded. But obviously, we're not a fan of leaded. So let's go for unleaded fuel. And it's just a standard low manifold. Headers, just cast headers, why not? Exhaust looks fine, and we are going to be baffled the exhaust. Now, it wasn't happy about something. An engine bottom end component has failed due to excessive rev stress, the RPMs and all that. The engine reliability is too low to sell. Okay, we've got a lot of fixing to do here. Now, you need to let me know in the comments, guys. Is this the sort of thing you want to see me go over and fix? Or is it the sort of thing you want me to fix in the background? Oh my gravy, what is going on? Is it really a rev problem? No, it can't be. It's got to be able to rev that high. What's my stress level say? What we can do? Nothing. It's not even giving me a readout on the actual stress levels of what we can get this car up to horsepower. We're not even making horsepower. That's probably why. We got okay things. Maybe a balancing. Where's the balancing gone? Maybe we'll throw some of that in. Balancing shaft, can make things happier? Right, balancing shaft has made things a bit happier. We can now get the revs, get the engine working at least. Right, so we've got this graph, we can sort this out. So the carburetor, let's go backwards. Exhaust needs to be smaller. About that small. Headers need to be a little bit bigger. No, we'll probably bring the headers down. It does look like we've got too much revs going on, but it's fine. Bring the exhaust down. Go to manifold size. Bring that down. Not too bad. The carby's too big by the looks of it. So it's... Oh no, carburetor is not big enough. So let's bring you down a bit. Now fuel mix. Crank the fuel up. Timing up. That's cleaned it up a little bit. It is... definitely not liking the amount of revs we're making, so we might have to bring it down to about 4,000. Maybe that will improve it a bit. Right, compression is apparently way too high, so let's bring the compression down for this engine. That's a bit happier. So we go to the revs, maybe put them to 4,000. Still don't see that much. Okay, has that made things better? Can we go a bit more higher up now? No, stiffness. What about that? Okay, stiffness. Add some more stiffness. That's brought it up. That's made it a bit more of a happier engine. Can we now get to 5? No, it blows up before it gets to 5. It can do 4,700 apparently. Apparently it wants 4,000 as the highest point, so let's not go over 4,000 revs. The crank is still a little bit unhappy, but it's working. We do have some negative values. The flow's looking good. Flow's looking perfectly fine. We can probably improve the flow graph. So this is the flow graph. So let's go back through them all. Now we know sort of where we're ending up. Let's try and make the flow seem more realistic. And it will improve our graph as we go through these for ourselves. Okay, let's go back to this one. I can just about see it hitting there. Give me a second and I'll sort these out. Right, so that's them lined up. My graph does not look happy. Makes 75 brake horsepower at 4,000 revs. You let me know, guys. Is that pretty normal? What about balancing? Can we bring the balancing down now and get that throttle response up? Oh, we're losing a lot down this end when we're doing that, so we've got to be careful there. We do have 50% throttle response. So that's cool. It likes it a bit more up here. We do get a more lower end torque. It is coming at 700 revs, so we don't need that. Normally about 1,000 is good enough. So about there will do. Gives me okay responsiveness, smoothness is fine, engine loudness is fine, efficiency is 17.9. It doesn't weigh too much, I don't think. 2.5 litre, making 75 brake horsepower, lovely. Compression can go up a little bit. Oh, it can go up quite a bit. Okay, that's probably about right. We'll do one more. What are you moaning about? The engine. Revs. We sorted the revs out. You weren't... Okay, you want to go down one rev. Okay, now it's happy. Now it's happy. So I don't think I'll get any more unless I add some sort of injection, but I think that'll just blow the car up anyway. So I think that we'll have to do. 75 brake horsepower actually isn't that bad for back in the day, I think. So we see what it sounds like. Here's all the other stats. We're doing 17, octane 93. This is our engine timing, man hours, material cost. So I'm sure most of this will come useful later on. Right, here we go. Let's do a pull. Come on. Oh. There we go. That is an engine. That looks happy to me. Yeah, look. No negatives and all that. So yeah, we're in the money. Let's move on to the car trim. I wonder what the top speed of this car's going to be. So manual, 4-speed. Surely like 115 would be good to get. We can get 115, that'd be nice. Do we extend the gears or shorten them down a bit? I think we need to maybe shorten first gear. No. It should be able to do 27 in first gear. And we will shorten it a little bit. Open differential or manual locker? Oh, it's good for off-road. So that's better for utility, which this is utility, so let's go for that. Tyres, all-terrain utility tyres. There we go. That's the full width. 14s. 16s. Obviously space them out because we're nuts. Well, how much are you going to come out? Oh, not loads. There we go. There's some biscuit wheels for you. Wow. Is that really what? Why did you let us have it? Fair enough. Do we use the high quality steel or do we use the normal steel? Well, definitely want the better steel apparently. Drum brakes. Let's crack the size up. We'll drop these down a little bit. Leave that where it is. Off-road skid pan. Do we want a skid pan being a truck? Is that better for utility or what? It just costs more engineering time. We'll just put none for now. We do like a little bit of brake airflow. Put that at 10. Coiling engineness. Yep. We'll check on these stats later. We've got 2 seats. So we add another seat. People go like that. Make it a bit of a bench. We'll do that. Interior. So we want probably just standard. And then a standard radio. We've got to give them those privileges. Definitely rack and pin. And we'll go for standards 40s. Oh, we're getting some grass thrown up now. That stock can be left. Move the weight to the rear bit. And then suspension standard. Yep, okay. Awesome. It's changed my suspension for me. It is very high off the road. Off the floor. Apparently it's got to stay like that. Okay. All this is done. Set up for utility and testing. So, I just got to go for all these graphs now and tune it up. Wish me luck. So apparently you're going to do 77 miles an hour. Okay. It seems very slow. 85. Surely you can do something around there. We'll put it at 85. We'll pick up a budget. What they don't like the comfortableness. Low comfort. So how can I improve that? Putting smaller wheels on? Yes. I'm pretty sure that just said what. That's, if I look at this graph, smaller rim diameter, higher comfort. So maybe we'll put 14s on. We'll keep them quite wide, obviously. We've got chunky tires on. Can we make them chunkier? We can make them chunkier, and then we can put bigger wheels on. Okay, that's too big. We don't need that much. 180, 180. There we go. And we got some chunky walls on there. That looks more like a truck. There we go. That looks better. Let's see what the graph says now about my comfort. Still pretty bad in the comfy section. Why? You should be a lot happier with me. The braking needs sorting out. Oh my days. So we need more brake force apparently. not less. I suppose we are on drums, aren't we? To brake force, sort that out. Oh, get you sorted. And then we want to make the brakes a bit more comfy. We can crank the pressure up, nothing wrong with that. And then hopefully that's made it a bit happier. Still low comfort, so that's got to be suspension then, hasn't it? So we drop. So we've got it set. Maybe we've set it off road. Will that make you more comfy? It has made you more comfy. Oh yeah, definitely a lot happier with that. So we'll do that. Apparently utility is not a thing we need to worry about. Making it comfy is a thing we need to worry about. So we got pickup and we got pickup budget. Right. It'd be nice to make them green though, wouldn't it? So what do we need to make them better? Don't need to mess it. What is our weight distribution? Let's have a quick look. 56 in the front, not too bad. It does only weigh just shy of 12 kilograms. That's okay. The car is understeering. The car's weight is increasing steering effort, reduced drivability, comfort. Try using the other steering. Really? Where's the other steering? Where's the other steering? Where's the other steering? Where's the other steering? Here. Oh, okay, they're happier with this kind of steering. It's made it a bit more comfy and easier to drive. Price prediction. Fuel availability. Do they not like the fuel I've put in it? Do I need to be unleaded fuel? I mean leaded fuel. Possibly. So we're not really too fussed about suspension, are we? Whoa, why is it so high? We don't need it that high. Please don't ruin my things. Okay, no, we're still good, mostly. Yep. Do we make it advanced safety? Do they care about that? Not really. Do we take the safety off? Not really change anything on there. Confidence has stayed there. Make a car cheaper as well if I take the safety off, doesn't it? But then it is the 40s. They wouldn't really have safety in the 40s. I'll have a think about that one. Do I want the cars to be safe or not? Maybe a little bit safe. But we'll take the quality of the safety down. Yeah, we'll do that. Right, I just topped myself up with some pie and chips. And now I've got myself a cup of tea and I think it's time to proceed. Oh, I've noticed the steering's not the best. We can definitely make it a bit more friendly. And we can't mess about with the camber, but we can mess about with some toe. And we just slap that all on. And look, we got... Amazing. They're happy with 95 toes, quite a lot. Rear tyres are wide, apparently, and brakes are showing some sign of fade. So, okay. What, you reckon 170? It's definitely improved the angle. 160? Still thinks they're wide. 150? And now the brakes are not looking good. They're too strong compared to grip. Not really too fussed about that. What sort of tyre size do you want? 140? Obviously this is making it cheaper as well, I'm guessing. No? I don't know. It's making these guys not like the car more. I really want my wide tyres. I'm going to put my wide tyres back on. 165. Ignore the blueness. But so much stuff is better. We're showing some signs of brake fade. That can be fixed with some of that. Some more of that. Some more of that. Okay, a lot of brake flow. Okay, let's maybe just... No, the pad type looks okay. That looks fine, that looks fine. Front pressure needs to come down though. There we go. Rear size. I just dropped the size down apparently. Still signs of brake overheating. Slight brake fade. Larger problems with this. I can't use larger ones. The only way I can use larger ones is if I make the wheels bigger. So maybe we make the wheels 15. And then we can up the size of the brakes. Still moaning. Right, so we'll make the wheels 16s. Still give it some decent tires. Okay, that's as big as we can go. That's the biggest the wheels can go. And now that's the biggest the drum brakes can go. Okay, fix that. We can lower the pressure down a little bit. Lower that force. Still okay? Yes, just tyres that are a problem. Well, we got a nice drivable car now, which is comfortable. We are mostly green in all these. They're still moaning about comfort. I really don't know what else you can do about comfort apart from maybe going 1, 2, 1, 2. That was a too soft for reducing drivability, sportiness, and comfort. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, dampers are now hard, reducing comfortableness. Down on one of those. What are you saying now? Okay, yeah, so you didn't enjoy that. Can we just go down by that much? Up by that much? Okay, that's improved the comfiness a little bit. Well, that's about the best I can do there. Let's go really high up in the suspension. But that's just probably stupid. Suffering from brake fade. Why is that? All I did was raise the body up. Surely that's giving more cooling. Right, the suspension is not tuned the best. I feel like... Okay, no. Down 2. Okay, that looks a bit more of a better tune. I think we're about done. Nothing I can really change there. Interior is what it is. Weightness, so that costs money, doesn't it? Engineering time, more comfort. If I make it a bit more heavier, apparently, I'm making it more comfier. Aha! Hit up 0.6 now, and that was like 2 point something. So I've made it more comfier by doing that. So if I made it premium, does that make it more comfy? It does make it more comfy just by improving the interior. What about doing that? Does that make it comfier still? But a bit cheaper? Premium interior with standard entertainment. There we go. So they don't like the fuel availability. So let's try and change it to lead. Let's see what happens. Where do I choose my fuel? It's in here somewhere. Fuel. Lead gasoline. Now they're super happy. We've got a price percentage thing there, but the pickup's happy. So I think we're good to go. I think I've done what I need to do. Leaded. So I can change this super. And I can change it to that one. Does this make it even better? No, so they don't like that. So just regular fuel intake. We're still doing some good things. The crank's now moaning. But then when we went into the finished product of the engine, it's not moaning. It's not moaning on this chart, but it's moaning on the other charts. Not too sure what's going on there. Let's check my flow graph. Right, that blue one's too big. Is that a carby again? Like valves. So the valve timing's off. So is that springs and lifters? No, it weren't springs and lifters. That's this one, isn't it? Yeah, so we want to bring those valve timing down. Oh dear. Okay. Then we can bring the compression down a little bit, it says. Apparently it has a happier engine. We've got less horsepower though. Loads more torque in the low end though. So we'll move the car a bit better. And then we're finding that we've got low idle. So I'm going to change the balancing again. Is it down I can go? It is down I can go. Which is giving us better throttle responsiveness, which is good. And then, oh, what are you moaning about it? Engine reliability is too low. Okay, what's that on there apparently? Apparently it makes it more reliable. The rear ride frequency is low, reduced drivability and sportiness. So that's a suspension. Right, so that's all happy. So reliability, where is reliability? That's car fuel economy, car emission standards, engine, recall, smoothness, responsiveness, reliability, 39.1. It's green? No, that just means it improved last time, didn't it? 25%. I don't think the car's very reliable. But it is old, so what do you expect? Also, our top end's got worse. Right, I'm going to end up going back and forth, so I don't want to kind of overdo that. Let's just improve the frequency of the ride height. I guess I messed up by changing the springs. Yeah. Okay. That's the car. That is the car. Oh, we didn't style it. We've not made it look nice. Let's just do that quickly then. Right, I think that would do for the morphing. I have given it some arches now, so it's recommended to go back to the wheels and then bring them all the way out because that's what looks cool. No, okay, that's too far. Probably about there, 168, 65. Imagine it's completely different from the rear one as always. There we go. Nice. Check the suspension and steering and that again. Yep, looking good, looking fine. What are you moaning about? Oh, rear brake force is low compared to grip, so we can fix all this quickly. Shouldn't take too much time to do. What else are you moaning about? Frequency is wrong again. So was it add one? Can't be. Why don't we just set it up for off-road again? Crank that down. And then, yeah. Jobs are good in there. Size of brake fade again. Right, that just fixed that. Added a lot of drag, but it fixed it. Yep, lift off oversteer is definitely going to happen. That's fine. Okay, cool. So now I'm just going to whack on a handful of details just to make the car not look boring. There we go. I told you I could keep it nice and simple. Just nice, quick, easy jobby. If you guys want me to actually style this properly or want to go see some of my really high detailed styling jobbies, then I do recommend going to my playlist full of automation goodiness. I've got no reverse light, have I? Probably should add one of those. That'd be fine. That would do. It looks like a truck. Right, I think that's the best I'm going to be able to do. So let's do whatever we were meant to do next and move it on, I guess. Well, it's a big market full of pickups. And that's about it. So I'm meant to do some things here like desire, the price, budget pickup. Cost me about $5 grand, affordability 9%. So what am I meant to crank this up? Let's say 10,000. It was just a ridiculous amount of money. I just want to see what happens to the stats. Affordability is 9%. So nothing's really happened there. So Oh, is it telling me to do 5,000 give or take so much? I have no idea. I don't know what I'm doing at this point. This is why I need some help. Model, full lineup. That's the name of it apparently. It shouldn't be, but it is. Total sales, none. Is it ready? I've got set the margin to make the price of the car trim match the average budget. So it reckons that much. Now we want a little bit more than that. Thank you very much for our effort. 5 grand per truck. I think that should do nicely. So here's the name of the trim. Car model, car trim name, engine. Okay, we'll just leave that sort of stuff. Credit score plus lots of money. Okay, we're looking good. On to the next stage. Right, so we've got to the next window, and it's telling me to make more car trims, basically, and then test them to make sure they're good. Open, edit, any red, incomplete, untested car trims with the edit button. I'm guessing this car is tested. I have no idea. Oh, so it's fine, I'm guessing that's what that all means. There's no red. Oh, so there's no red in the engine and car suggestions fix. So I guess that means it's fine. Then that's okay. Nothing's shown up here, so that's all okay. So then basically I just got to make a couple more trims to sell from the markets. So a couple more of these. So what does it say? Clone. Click the little button. It says little button to clone trim. This one should be. Oh, I want my little thing popping up so I know what demographic to aim for. And I needed a family one. So we try and get the family one on the go. And I know we needed like a heavy lorry delivery, I think it was. We're aiming for family then. Family. Just family? We'll just put family on. Right. Select trim. Okay, trim name. Clone. So this is the foul line. Felly. Shouldn't. There we go. Whatever. Doesn't really matter that much. We can always change them later on. Maybe I'll change them to Patreon names. If you want your face on a pet car, join the Patreon. You can also download some of my free maps and hopefully find some more entertaining stuff. Right, so cloned. So now we need to car desirabilityness. Change all this again. Which I'm not going to make you sit through. I'm just going to show you the final outcome that I come up with. Alright, so I made a car. We didn't hit the criteria I was aiming for, but we hit a criteria. So we are going to keep this car as it is and then clone it again and start a new one and hopefully hit the criteria we're aiming for. But here we go. Here's the car. I think the problem I got is it's not a sedan. They didn't like that. They don't like the big bomb. But I like the big bomb. I think it is quite cool. But yes, it's a family utility vehicle, so they don't like that. So let's clone and make another one. Everything's near enough the same, by the way, guys. Just added some more seats and stuff like that. Nothing too major. Well, that's 2 cars to the fleet. I probably should change the colour of this one. It don't matter. Now time to make another one. Well, I don't know what to say. 0 to 62, 22 seconds. The criteria I'm trying to hit is not working. I'm guessing, by the looks of this, it's the I don't like reliability or affordability and competing trims and that stuff. It doesn't like it. And the desires. Seat range 5 to 9. Yeah. So fuel economy is good apparently. I don't know what to do to make it familyness. What am I doing wrong? I need to work that out. I don't know how to do it. Drivability, so that's fine. Comfiness. Smoothness. Drivetrain, sportiness, smoothness, gearbox. Oh, so that's a thing that we can try and improve. Some stuff on here. Anything else? So how do I check all this stuff? Okay, that's the cost of things. Because they want it safe. Not worried about safety at the moment. So we go to safety, put it to 4. Okay, they're not moaning about it anymore. Quality. They are moaning about it a bit though, but not on the left hand side. So maybe that's what I need to concentrate more. Okay, so this will bring the cost down at least. Affordability is still 35%. I can't afford my car. I didn't think I made it that expensive. I thought I was being quite cheap with all my stuff. So definitely that improves the comfort. So they want that. I wonder which one's more. Material costs 494, or this one 2000 if I go to the luxury on that one. Okay, so there's quite a jump from there. So this is the cheaper way to get the entertainment up. Okay, get the comfort up, use that. I don't need this sort of stuff. That's not important. Do I need to make the car more comfy by better comfy pads? Is it just go cry about the brake force? And yeah, suffering from brake fade, so we don't want that too much. A slight show of brake fade, but nothing to be concerned about, I think. This is a nice car. Why don't you want my car? I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it as that. Move on to the factory. We're hitting more of a utility budget than anything. Even though it's got the wrong body shape. Unless we just make another wagon and put maybe a turbo on it or something. I feel like I failed at making a family car. There's the wagon one though. Unless we make a van. We can make a van. That was something that was desired. Was it a heavy duty van? We'll make one of those instead. But how do I change my criteria that I'm aiming for? It's not that. It's not this. It's not here. Toggle company panic. No, not that. Definitely not this. Not here. Engine. We're going to leave the engine as it is. So do I take this off? There's my criteria. So now do I put these? Ah, okay. We'll put these. Okay, now it's changed criteria. Okay, we've learned something new today. I'll leave the engine as it is because it works. And then let's try and make this make sense. Okay, we've made a van. Apparently, heavy, light, goods delivery. I'm not sure what sort of criteria we're actually making like, but apparently we've made a van and they're happy with it. So we're going to be putting this onto the market. We'll have a little quick flick through so you guys can see all the options we end up choosing to make this little van a possibility. Oh, we could even up the seatage. Does that make it better? I have no idea. Does it make it worth more money? Hopefully. No, we don't need luxury stuff, do we? Don't need to bump up the price. Don't be silly. Yeah, should we even do that? I'm not sure if I'm making good. Probably 24%. Okay, I think we're probably doing it. Probably making them happy. That stuff stays as it is. Okay, cool. That's another vehicle to the fleet. And this one's going to be either this one or this one. I don't know which one says it's better for. See, it's got quite a big pie. I don't know what pie to look at. So should we just choose the heavy goods? Oh, I don't choose, do I? It tells me. Right, so money-wise, why is these now worth more money? Because I've got more of the trim options. There's a van. Okay, and that's the pickup truck. And that's a family utility vehicle. Okay, I think that will do. Surely. I don't need any more than that. So then I think click to complete designs. There we go. That's all happy. So they're all in. They all got their own new names. Mark 1, blah, blah, blah. All got exactly the same engine in. So do I put more power? Nah. It can't handle it. Right. So what do we do here? Cost and times. Right. Yep. Complete over my head. Engineering section overview. 36 months reduction. Chassis, something rubber, nothing. Okay. Cars and engines must be engineered before being produced and sold. Adjust engineering settings to balance engineering cost, time, quality, and production costs. Longer engine times means delayed sales. What do we do here then? Tooling. Automated or manual? Not sure. Process. Optimized or wasteful? Oh, that's just not a positive word in any way whatsoever. Reliable or faster? We do want things to be a bit reliable, but we don't want him to take too long to get off the production line. Funding. We'll make the funding go up. And then we'll make this be more manual. I should probably be looking at things. Funding, okay, that makes things more expensive apparently. Reliability has gone up somewhere. And funding will leave as that. Reliability is up. So maybe we'll make this one this, and then we'll do that, and hopefully I haven't just broke the game. And the pressure, oh, I actually got, we could actually be clicking on these and reading what they're about. We'll just risk it. So, in design, cool, tooling. Oh, so we've got to do it for the engine as well. Right, I don't know what I'm doing here. You guys tell me in the comments what I should be doing there. Right, okay, factory config has not been configured. That's for the engine. We do have to build factories and outsourcing stuff. So engine factory, okay, so this is the factory itself. So we're meant to click on this, I take it. That is my engine we'll be building, lovely. Max shift, target shifts, worker wages, worker, okay, we're just gonna leave that it is. Maximum load, predicted load. Okay, so we can, does it change the graph? It doesn't change the graph. I don't know where that was. Is it at 1? It definitely wasn't at 1. It would have been 1.5. Okay. Thank you. Click to toggle the production of this. Okay, so now it's in production. Assign car and engine factories to compare the production. But this factory must have at least one car or engine selected for production. What? Right, let me just work this out quickly. Okay, so there's this window. Factory size. Building costs. Okay, so the building costs. What's this number for? Small 2. Target automation level. Something or other. And then we've got a different one here. It says small and medium. But old factory size, small. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to keep this on. But I did these two things because it just sounded like it would make things better. We don't use the old aluminium. So we're not going to add that. And then hopefully that's something. And then it tells me to do this again. But, oh, okay. So if I don't select it, I can just move on. Oh, didn't realise that. Okay, something or other. Yep, these are some figures. Material cost, labour cost, engineering tooling cost, load. The condition of things is good. Build output, I guess. I have no idea what I'm looking at here. Region, yep, staff, unit shift, 1, unit 2.5. That makes no sense to me. Year, something or other, Q&A. Okay, let's move on and see what happens. So, got a factory. Block size is huge. Factory small. Project open. Project to edit. Or view. Factory tool. Is that the engine? That's the engine I'm building, isn't it? Okay. That's fine. And these are the cars. Right. Efficiency. Build new factory. Don't think I need to do that. Outsource engine. Ah, so I can sell my engine to other companies. That's not a bad idea to make some money. Right, so now once we click on this, factory config has not been confirmed. Is that not what I just did? Okay, it requires add-on. Still press plant thing. So what? So I need to go back to the factory. This factory cannot be produced without requiring add-ons. Either install these add-ons on previous tab or produce the thing on previous tab. So is that here? Okay. Add that. Where did this tab come from? Oh, this sort of... No, this weren't on here. So how do I get that to show up? It's not letting me do the still press. Do I need to be a different size? I need to be a different sized factory. Gotcha. Don't know what the medium 2 does or anything like that. Changes some things. Why not? We do want them still on there. What's this? Staff facilities. Provide staff training. Staff start with 6 months experience. Reduce the spread of and build. Okay, that's probably a good thing to have. I don't know if I've got the money for this. What's the final outcome? Small, old factory. Okay, we just ignore the old factory thing. They've got their add-ons. Can we still... Oh, okay, got a new window to look at. Right. So, that all looks fine. They all got some good prices. Whoa, 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 whoa. Those car prices aren't what we set, were they? Okay, I don't know where the car prices are. Okay, we're just going to keep going. Right, so it's got a yellow thing. One or more of your trims are set to sell with no margin. Consider adding... Yeah, well, I wanted to do that. Where's my trims? Okay. Where do I edit the margins? It was down here last time. Sure it was. So maybe we'll just keep going through the tabs. And hopefully we'll see our cars pop up at the bottom. One sec, my dog wants my attention. Right, I found it. I had to select one of the cars and then pretend it was finished and it brought me back to this window. Right, so set the margin to make the price of the car trim match the average budget of the car buy thing. Right. Oh, did I go up? I think it might have gone up. So what's this? Market share. Overlapping market share of the trim with the model blue. 2% unique market share of the trim with the light blue. Okay, not sure what any of that means. So there's no things here. So I can bump up the value doing this. And then I can bump up the value doing this. I don't know what... So that goes down. That one goes up. But this one goes down. I don't like the fact that one went down. So let's set you to like 6. Then we set the pickup to 10 and the van as a little bit more. We'll go a bit greedy. Let's go for 12.5. I don't know what I'm doing with the margins. Affordability 25%, 6%. Well, can people not afford this? So if I do this, no, it stays exactly the same as it is. Okay, so let's go back up. Sounds like a good random number. I hope I got some good margins on that. Now normally I'd put them up to like 3 times the amount. Manual input price. Okay, we'll go for that. Let's see what happens. Let's hope for the best. What would you do? Would you put more money on there, or would you get to whatever that button said? It seems like one of my trims wasn't even making profit. Right, so this is the final window. Factory setup. Got my cars. Complete checklist for complete the car design. Confirm new cars are desirable. Check their desirability in the target. Demographic. There we go. Have all cars had their prices set. Prices are adjusted on the forecast tab. Often at least 20% margin is required for profitable. Okay. Do I need to go back for my cars and check we got that 20%? Let's have a look. Right. Hopefully these prices are better suited. Okay, we're back onto this window. Alright, confirm engine and car engine months are responsive equally after adjusting the sliders. If not, is that this thing? Overworked? Engine factories overworked. Okay, I'm overworked apparently. Oh my. Okay, let's try and work out what I'm meant to do there. Right, I managed to sort that out. Basically, my factory was too big. I had to choose medium 1. That's a thing. Right, so forecast tab. And then we got to confirm more engines are being produced in cars in the graph. Wherever that's going to be. So the forecast, so we're looking for profits. Cars, cost ratio, something. Is that a margin of profit, the blue? I don't know. Trims in the first year for, I have no idea what all this stuff is. The fixed price at which the car is sold to dealers. Oh, so is this the profit thing? Deposit, control the minimum deposit required to repurchase this vehicle. 10%, I think that's all fine. And then, while we got no input a fixed value manually, but nothing going on with this car. Set the margin. Oh, okay, because that's the value I set out before. Okay, so did I need to have more money? Did I need to make it more money? I think I needed to. I didn't make it high enough. This one's ridiculous, but I definitely didn't click 24,000 for the van. So is that the cost to produce? And they're all costing about 10,000 to produce. So in theory, I should only be charging about 12 grand for all of them. So let's make that 12 grand. Can I just type it in here? Yeah, I can. 12 grand. Like, what? Why did you not like me doing that? 12. Okay, don't get rid of the K. 12. But one of them is a van. Oh, darn it. Don't know which one's which now. And one of them's something else. So let's bump this one up to 13. And then we'll say one of them's worth even more than that one. Got to be done. Okay. So, yeah. Trims, blah, blah, blah. Graph shows profits. That's what we like to see. In year 3, we'll be making 43 million. So that's obviously, we've got to do our cost of things. Lovely. Graph estimate required. Stock is doing something. I think the stock dies out a little bit, but maybe that's something we sort out when it comes after year 6. We'll find out. Calculate forecast. Oh, there we go. Now we change things. We're making profit into the 2nd year. Yay! So then it wanted me to make sure confirm more engines are produced than cars in the production graph. So which one of these is the production management? Okay. Here's some engines. Right. Here's some cars. Not telling me how many are making of what though. I'm going for it. It can't be that bad. Tick. Got no concerns apparently. Right, more options. Loan coverage, payback, accept loan, project loans, sign off tutorial. What? To engineer car trim is not. Its engine must either have been engineered previously or engineered alongside the car trim. Sign off tool like sign up multiplayer. Mark project checkbox to select project. Select projects will align this factory. Select. I think they are selected. Okay, sign off selected projects. Back to hub, accept loan. Do I need a loan? I don't think I need a loan. How much we got? We've got 500 million. Do I need a loan? Company value, totals. Okay, we're okay. We're doing this. You have chosen to take out a loan to help cover the cost of this. No, disagree. I don't want a loan. You have chosen to... I have not chosen to take out a loan. No loan. There we go. You have chosen not to take out a loan. Agree. Okay. On to the next stage. Hello, dog. The dog's come running back in to say hello. I'm taking it for a walk very soon, but it's very anxious because everyone's left the house. Right. Factory shut down for retooling, blah, blah, blah. Don't know what all this is. I just want to push play and see some money come in. What do I do? Play. Now what? Do I just sit here and watch? Something's going on here. That graph's just shot right up. That's probably cost me money. I don't see any days going past. How am I going to know what's going on? Company income lost last month. Do I hit play for every day? Okay. I'm losing money apparently. Toggle time skip option. This is the year. Click to begin time process of engines finished. Time. So do I need to skip like a bit and see what happens? I just skipped the whole year. Yeah, continue. Oh, what's going on? Oh, and then something else happened. It's like it's telling me stuff. Okay, continue. And then we're up to this year. So this is the first year. All right, close this. It's costing us money. I don't know what the green one is. Hopefully that's profit. Hopefully we'll start selling some vehicles. Car Factory 1 is overstaffed. Factory is using... Dog, please leave the microphone alone. Factory is using 0.99 shifts. Has shifts for... Okay, so that's something apparently we need to sort out when I work out how to fix things like that. We're down 5.5 million. We've still got 116 in the bank. Car Factory, Engine Factory, build quality, something or other, build... That's not happy apparently. In production, produced car, Mark 1, recall chance. Look, recall's looking good. Edit factory shifts. To what, like 2? And then hopefully that does something with that. Okay. Still pumping out engines. What do I do here? Do I just push play some more until I start making money? No days gone past. A yearly report is now available. Go to expenses. Car Factory stuff. Is this all my production value gone out? Car sales. Oh, we made 31.2 million car sales and 3.4 million in interest. So that's good. So we are starting to make some money. So hopefully that will reclaim some of that. No current in marketing actives, and the staff thing is still too much. So let's bring that down to 1. And then we'll go back up to the skippity woo. I'm going to skip down to another year. See if anything happens if we're going through. Nothing to report. So I'm guessing like every so often you'll get like recalls and stuff like that randomly pop up. That's not in the diary. So we've got no news. So the factories are running nicely. We're down 1.96 million. So we are starting to make money. We're starting to come back round. We're at 93.5 million. So let's hope that money starts coming in a bit sooner than later. Company headquarters level. Utilities available. Company thingamabob. Prestigeness. We're all looking green up there. Company value still good. Credit score still good. No emission cost breakdown. So do we just give it one more year? What are these? Desirable ratios. So they're still desirable. Affordable ratios still working out for us. Enable time stop manager. So it's come out this year. So we don't have another. Are we meant to bring out a different model each year? Now that some technology's improved, or do we just skip another year? I think I want to skip one more year. I don't know if you can save this, by the way. You end up breaking the game, aren't I? Oh, you can do a save, manual save. Save it at a certain point. So a factory is overstaffed again. Engine factory 1 is overstaffed. So that's a thing. So costs have dropped down. Have we made all the engines that we need or something? Alright, desirability and stuff. Right, so this is all changed. So it's time to make a new car and trims and stuff. Which means it's the end of the episode. And I think we're on for a win. We're going to start making money soon. Oh. You let me know in the comments below, guys. Am I doing something wrong, or am I still going in the right direction? Keep it real, stay safe, and chill out. Bye bye.